magical
madness.
Happy Magical Madness Monday.
Happy Monday.
I didn't say hi first, but hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you? How
I'm
was your
great.
day?
My day was great.
Yeah?
We started out our day this morning very, 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 very early.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Very early.
It feels like it was so early. Feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. But we did something that we haven't done before. And we went to kayak
Yes.
when the sun was rising.
As it was rising.
Yeah.
It's right now the sunrise is like at 5:50.
Yeah.
We got up at 5:30 and hit the water around 6.
Yeah.
So
I think we need to leave. We'll definitely do this again because it's just
yeah,
the beginning of summer.
for
But
sure.
you know, it's still a little cold right now, so I'd like to do it when it gets a little warmer
Mhm.
in the mornings. Like to where I could wear maybe like shorts and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I know you wear shorts and a long sleeve, but I was cold.
Yeah, it was a little chilly, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but I think we need to go like a little bit earlier
Mhm.
because there's there's a part where you kind of go and it's like just wooded area, and I feel like that would be a really good spot for the sun, like when the sky is really pink.
Mhm.
But we didn't get to that area in time.
Yeah.
The sun was already rose.
Right.
But we got a good pink sky, like, so we did accomplish that. So we didn't wake up for nothing.
Yeah, I think for the best experience, trying to get in the water by 5:30.
Yeah.
Which is very doable. Just got to get up earlier.
Yeah. It's hard to like get up on your day off earlier than you do on your day on.
Yep, I agree.
So, yeah, that's where that one's kind of hard, but I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
And to like be able to go out for a little longer too, since you woke up so early.
Mm-hmm.
But that was
Good start to
fun.
the day, though. We brought coffee with us.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was great.
Yeah, it
we
was
can
a
walk,
lot of fun.
So we can walk our kayaks downtown. We strap wheels on our kayaks, just walk them right down. Like we can get down there in about 5 minutes. And there's like a really nice kayak launch.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was like a great start to our morning, and Chris Pratt is just upstairs right now. If you're watching this, it's kind of like a bad time for him because it's right around his eating time, and he gets a little anxious. So we just left him upstairs in case he woke up.
And he currently doesn't have enough food for dinner, so right after this, we're gonna run and grab him more food.
I really thought
Otherwise, we would have fed him, but we couldn't.
Yeah, I really thought like, yeah, I dropped the ball on that one. I really thought I had, I put it in like this closet, and I thought there was another bag in there, but because I thought I bought one before we left, but I must have not.
That's all right. It happens.
But that's okay. We'll go get him some.
Yeah.
Or I'll make him a special meal. We'll go get him some. We're not gonna make him a special meal.
Cook him up some bacon.
Mm-hmm. And all of that. Oh, that was a big sigh.
Find a squirrel.
No.
Cook him up a squirrel.
Oh,
he would love a squirrel.
Can we talk about a squirrel really quick?
Yeah.
Side note that happened this morning. That's not about Disney. There was like 6 squirrels like hanging out on our porch this morning. Like
that was super weird.
It was the weirdest thing.
We were laying on the couch.
Watch a show, I think.
Yeah, we were watching a show, and I'm like, "Are you expecting a package?" Because I heard something at the door. I'm like, it sounded like someone dropped off a package, but you thought it was an animal.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm expecting one later, which we'll talk about, but I'm expecting a package later. And you go over to the door, and there's nothing there, and there's like no squirrels or anything. And then all of a sudden, I see like 6 squirrels run out from like, some are underneath the porch, and some are like underneath Austin's car. They're just going nuts out there.
They are.
What is happening? They're like playing.
And it wasn't like they were just there for a minute and then left. They were like there for a long time. They would leave the porch, run around in the yard, come back up on the porch.
Yeah. You made breakfast, and I'm still watching like these squirrels.
We had 8 squirrels at one time we saw at once.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on, but
it was like 5 at first, then it was 6, and then all of a sudden there's 8, and they're like chasing each other, and it's not like over food. I think they're really just playing. It was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
As long as they don't find their way into our house, I don't care what they
No,
do.
yeah, I don't. There's
Just
not like a way they can.
stay out of my house. That's all I ask.
But you can go on the porch, squirrels.
Yeah.
But I did have a package come today.
You did.
And that, if you're watching this, it's the new shirt that I'm wearing right now. I actually don't know if you can see it, but it has, it's from the Lost Rose, and they just came out with this shirt, and I bought it the same day they came out with it.
You did. Yeah.
I loved this shirt. It's like a crop shirt, and it has like macarons on it, 3 macarons, but in a Mickey shape, and it says "Bonjour, Mickey."
And you love your macarons.
I love macarons,
Yeah.
and it just says "Bonjour, Mickey," and I love this shirt. Like, this is my new favorite shirt, and it came in the mail today, and I said I'm putting it on right now.
Yeah, love it. It's a cool
So,
shirt. It feels really nice too. The quality of the material feels better than anything you've gotten from there.
Yeah, well, it's like kind of it's like a different type of shirt
Right.
versus like just a they do a lot of comfort color shirts, which is nice. I like those t-shirts, but this is like a crop shirt, so it feels different. It's a little bit thicker
Yeah.
than the other ones, so I really like that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. So
Yeah.
I have a new shirt come next Disney trip to
Yes.
wear. If I end up wearing it there, I don't know, but I'll definitely wear this shirt. This is a shirt to wear all the time because it's very simple, very cute, and it has macarons on it.
Has macarons.
Yes, but you ready to get into it today?
I'm ready.
Some actual Disney talk.
Yeah.
That was Disney talk, though.
Yeah. Kind
Disney
of.
merch.
It was a
is
good
always,
segue into a Disney topic.
Yeah. We should talk about at some time. I don't know if we said this last episode, but we didn't get a mug on our last trip.
No.
I don't think we
We
said
had
it
a couple
the last
options we were going between, and it just didn't feel right, so we didn't grab one.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to say that before we talk about today's episode, because we're gonna dive back into the coffee at Disney.
Yeah.
But this time it's gonna be specific.
A little more specific than the
Yeah.
last one.
But I wanted to say it. We did not get a new mug,
Yeah, we did not.
and I am sad about it. That's all.
Yeah.
That was it. But we're gonna talk about Starbucks at Disney.
We are.
We're gonna do specific Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna rank them,
Yeah.
and we're gonna talk about each one.
Love it.
So, first, I want to start out. Question of the day. This one is going to be less Disney question, more Starbucks question.
Okay.
But Starbucks at Disney.
Yeah.
So you're at Disney. You're obviously getting an ice drink.
Yes.
What is your
I didn't get one hot drink this year.
this time? Yeah.
Not one.
Well, we didn't really have anywhere to sit down inside with our coffees this time.
Correct.
So there was no need to get a hot one.
Yeah.
Because if you can't sit down in air conditioning and drink it, it's just, it was 95 degrees out. It's too hot. But I want to know what your favorite drink to get is. Not like the go-to ice drink, but your favorite one. So if you're like splurging, or like, what are you getting?
My favorite go-to drink.
No, not the go-to one. Like your splurge.
Oh, my
like
splurge
the
drink.
best, like the best ice drink that you can get at Starbucks for you.
Well, it'd probably be my usual that I was getting there. But so my favorite ice drink that I like to get is a sweet cream cold brew.
Mhm.
But if I'm going to splurge, I'm going to get a grande, and I'm going to get the floating cream on top.
Like the vanilla floating cream on top.
Yep.
So that with every drink, you get a taste of the
Oh, yeah.
like cream. It's like a heavy cream, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they use it. I'm assuming they whip up a heavy cream really quick, and
Yeah.
it floats on top.
Yeah.
Floating cream was a great it's kind of a recent thing in the last 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was a great thing.
Yeah, it's like whipped cream, but better.
Yeah, and it's really quick. Like, you just literally pour heavy cream
Yeah.
in a blender. And when we worked at coffee, we had this blender with a specific like blade,
Yeah.
and it whipped up the cream in like seconds.
Yeah.
And then you just pour it right on.
But you know the like whipped cream, like actual traditional whipped cream, which was the thing before floating cream that would go on top of your drinks. that just kind of like melts inside of your drink and it doesn't always stay on top.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like floating cream like always stays on top. It will
It
slowly
gradually,
melt,
right? It gradually kind of like seeps into your drink.
but it's still there'll still be stuff left at the
Yeah.
top.
It stays up there pretty well.
Yeah.
And it
So,
depends on how well you whip it too. Will
yeah.
depend on kind of the consistency and how it dissolves.
We should start doing that at home.
Yeah.
Here.
You just need one of those little. You just need something to whip it up
Yeah.
with, but it's pretty easy.
Yeah, one of those little tiny milk frother things, right? Yeah, we should start doing that this summer.
Sweet. I'd be down.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with so we've only, and I'm specifically thinking Disney. And we've only experienced this one time that we went. So usually when you go in May, they have their like spring drinks out. So they have like lavender,
Yep.
oat milk lattes. So that's what I typically get.
Lavender, honey, that type of stuff.
Yeah. But I think Starbucks just does lavender.
Okay.
So I got a lot of that. But something that is even better than that is when you are going in the fall time and I can get an iced pumpkin spice latte with oat milk.
Yeah.
That was so good there. Do you remember like the first time that we went?
Yep.
It was in September. I had so many pumpkin spice lattes.
You did.
And I was like, I actually feel like I need to stop. Like, I feel like this isn't like making me feel great.
Yeah.
So I had to take a break for a couple days
Uh-huh.
and then I went back to it. But it was so good. But an iced pumpkin spice latte at
Nothing
Disney.
like a good PSL.
But when it's decorated for like the fall, the Halloween stuff is out and then you're drinking that, it's just different.
Yeah, the whole Halloween season, there's just nothing better. I'm kind of at that phase where I thought it wouldn't come quickly this year because of just the weather in Michigan's. The cold weather has lasted so long, but like I'm already like feeling myself kind of getting excited for the fall again. Not because I want that weather, but just the whole atmosphere of fall.
I cannot agree with you.
Yeah, I know. Madison doesn't really like the fall.
No, I do not like the fall. But the fall at Disney is like very hot.
Yeah.
It's extremely
warm. It's hotter than our summers.
Yeah, it's extremely warm there. And it's decorated for fall, but the fall is Mickey fall, so I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like scary things, so I'm not really into Halloween because I don't like the scary decorations at all. But I like the Mickey decoration. So like I like Mickey version of fall.
Yeah.
Like a Mickey pumpkin head, I'm okay with it.
Right.
But any other type of pumpkin head, eh.
We have some some Disney Halloween decor.
Yes, we do. It'll be up. It'll be up this year. I'm excited to put that stuff up.
Yeah.
Like I'll be excited when it comes around to put my Mummy Mickey up.
Yeah, we'll have to get some Disney decor for our podcast. Get some orange lights or something.
Well, that goes here.
Yeah.
Mummy Mickey goes right there.
Oh yeah. And then we'll have Christmas decor this year.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I can't remember what I have for Christmas, but I do have things. Anyways, let's get Starbucks.
Yeah.
At Disney.
So we're going to go and rate each Starbucks at each park.
We're going to rate, I think we should rate all of the Starbucks.
Okay.
I know we didn't, but that only includes one extra one.
Yeah.
But we're going to rate the Starbucks on Disney property and go through each one and
including the two in Springs.
Well, we'll just do the one because we're not going to do both of them because the one in Springs we've talked about. It's our favorite. We're probably going to rank that one number 1, but it's closed right now. So I feel like it's off limits.
Cool. So
we'll just rank the ones that are open right now to this date. I think that one, if they make that one better and bigger, that one's 100% going to go like off the charts off this list.
Yeah, I'm
the one on
excited to see what they change.
Yeah.
And what's different about it.
And this is the Starbucks on the like west, I think it's called the west side. The one that's over by like Summer House on the Lake, Disney style, by the movie theater. Mm-hmm. That Starbucks that is closed right now. That is our favorite. That is number 1. But we're going to take it out. We're going to pretend it doesn't exist.
Right.
So we're going to do Disney Hollywood Studios. That Starbucks. which is the Trolley Cart Cafe.
Trolley Car Cafe.
Yeah. We have the Animal Kingdom one. This is not in order. I'm just saying the ones that are there.
Yeah.
The Animal Kingdom one, which is Creature Comforts. We have the Epcot one, which I think is called the Connections Cafe.
Yep.
The one at Starbucks. The one at
Magic
Starbucks.
Kingdom.
One at Magic Kingdom is Main Street Bakery.
Yep.
And then the Starbucks that's connected to World of Disney.
Sweet.
So those are the ones.
To kind of walk up, grab, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we start from least to best?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This is probably the only time you're going to hear us have a least at this park.
Right. It
But-
kind of changed this year though, because our least
Before,
our ratings I think have changed now that we kind of experienced all of them again.
we experienced all of them and we went in and heavily rated them. Like
Yeah.
with our personal opinions aside from the park and the place, we just looked at the Starbucks and how the Starbucks was set up and where it is located in the park and how quickly they were moving the traffic through. So
Yeah.
those are like our ratings going into this.
Yep.
So coming in at the worst Starbucks is Disney's Hollywood Studios Trolley Cart Cafe.
Yeah, that one made the bottom.
Yeah.
For the main reason of just organization and flow
Yeah.
was just really
Yeah.
bad.
I don't know, it might be like the building itself,
Hmm.
but this only so a lot of them are set up this way where they have only 2 registers. And so you can get your stuff from the left side or you can get your stuff from the right side. And you only have the 2 registers and then you pick up your order over on the side that you ordered from.
Yep.
This one, though, did not have any space in there to stand when you have ordered.
Right. Well, they did, but it was very small.
Very small.
Like, hey, let's all herd over here.
Yeah, and it was very hard to get out after you got your stuff. So, and we didn't go at a time of the day. So, like, this line it can go outside if
Yep.
it's really busy, which like a lot of these do, like have very long lines at certain times of the day.
Mhm.
The time of the day that we went, it did not. Like, so we didn't even go at that busy of a time of
Correct.
the day,
Yep.
but it felt very busy and very chaotic in there.
Yeah, and then they would read off orders like so and so, here's your drink, whatever. It was very hard to hear.
Yeah, you couldn't hear anything in there. And I wonder if it's almost the building itself that it's in, if that's why it was so, because the setup is the same as other places, but it was hard to hear. Like, acoustics were not good in there.
Yeah.
And there wasn't very much room at all to stand or
It
to
felt
like,
was this the smallest one?
I think this was
Yeah,
the smallest
which
one.
doesn't help.
Yeah. So like when you're like the line itself is taking up a lot of that building.
Yeah.
So like standing to get your drink, it's kind of hard to hear and kind of hard to see, and you have to go through people. So this one, it was the worst.
I think so.
It was the
Yep.
worst. I mean, this is our favorite park. So once we come out of here, we're going into one of our favorite areas. So it's hard to say this is like the worst for us in particular. But as far as like the Starbucks setup,
Yeah, because we've talked on here a few times what we previously was our worst one.
yeah,
And then going there and saying this is like, man,
maybe this is the
maybe
worst
this
one.
is the worst one.
Yeah. So I think that brings us to our next one.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably the next one, right?
Yep.
Would be the Epcot Starbucks,
Yep.
which is Connections Cafe.
And this year was the first time we actually ordered from there.
Yes.
Um,
Ever.
Because normally the line is
So long.
absurdly, like literally, I bet you there's 100 people because there's two, like you just said previously, there's usually 2 sections
Yeah.
to every Starbucks, the
Yeah.
left and the right. And you could probably fit 50 people on each side easily.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, it's always wrapped.
Yep.
This is the first time we walked in there and it was not. And it was a busy day. Like it was not like it wasn't a day that it was not busy. So I don't think it was, I mean, our past ratings have been based on our previous experience, but
Yeah.
this one, just looking at the Starbucks itself, it is huge space.
very big.
and it's also in a giant building that is air conditioning, and there are lots of places to sit down.
Yeah.
So this is a very good Starbucks if you want to. I mean,
You'll
you
always
will
have
wait
a
in
place to
line.
sit in this connections area.
Yeah, but if you have like a lot of people and you're the only one that want to get coffee,
Yep.
this might be like
They'll be
a
sitting.
prime location for you to get coffee because they can sit and relax and you can wait for your coffee.
Yep.
So there is that.
So the line though normally is very long.
Mm-hmm.
Just the time we happened to be in there because we were wanting coffee, but we're like, hey, let's
Mm-hmm.
just get it now because it looks like it's kind of actually short.
Yeah.
But they move like it is organized though. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
And once you get to like, there's space to wait for your coffee.
Yeah.
And you can hear okay.
Yes.
Like you.
Yeah.
They just seem more organized than the previous one we talked about.
Yeah. You can hear them. It is very loud in that place in general. So this one wasn't necessarily, it wasn't hard to hear because there was a lot of space to stand. Like there, you weren't like right on top of each other when you're trying to hear them call your name.
Yeah.
So I think that does have something to do with it. I think if you were right on top of each other, it would be hard to hear just because of the building that it's in. Because it's huge.
Yeah.
So.
And I got a waffle this time.
You did.
And I liked it.
And that was
pretty great.
And they're like,
I wish it was warmer. I wish it was a little warmer when I got it.
Yeah.
But it was good.
They do waffles there. Like it's kind of like right? They have like an orange bird waffle there usually. I don't know if it's just that time of the year or if they changed that one out. But they have an orange bird one, and I think you got the other one. I don't think you got the one with orange bird on it.
No.
I think there was like a coffee cake one, if I remember right. There was a carrot cake. I think that was the orange bird one.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
I don't know.
I feel like there was like nuts on top of it.
Yes, there was.
And that's why you were like, I don't think you'd like that.
Yeah. Each Starbucks though has like their like a specific treat or something, right? That's a little different.
Yeah.
Which I feel like should play a little bit into our rating.
Oh yeah, we should.
What was
the one at Hollywood Studios is the carrot cake cookie,
which I haven't eaten yet, but I think I would like it.
Yeah, but we did look at it, and it was huge. And one thing I did like about that is that it just came in its separate, like you can just pick it up in its separate plastic container.
Oh yeah.
Like you're not waiting on like the Starbucks employee to get it or anything.
Yeah.
You're like, it's just right there. It's already prepackaged, and you can kind of tell if you can see that it's and you can see that it's big enough to share too. The waffle, it wasn't like that. We had to wait for it just like you would with a normal pastry.
Right.
So, but I don't think it's warmed up or anything, was it?
No.
Should have been warmed up.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can request that.
Are we talking about the waffle or the cookie?
The waffle.
Yeah. No, it wasn't warmed up.
No, the cookie is like a whoopie pie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
you
like you don't. That's not gonna be good.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. But no, the waffle would have been great if it was warmed. It still was good.
Yeah.
But it would have been better.
I wonder if you got a hot coffee, you dipped it in the hot coffee.
Yeah.
If that'd be good. I'm not like a dipper like that, but like, you know, if you drink and then you take a bite, warms it up itself.
Dude, I'm all about coffee and
a pastry
of some kind. I don't know if I consider a waffle a pastry, but
okay, that was a little.
It has.
That was a little pointed. I feel like it is a pastry.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet and it's
sweet and doughy.
Yeah, it's yummy.
Dude, waffles are very yummy. But one thing that was nice about this waffle is it was just a waffle, but it has like the grains of sugar inside of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call those.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I will say this: I went to with the coffee shop we were working at before you start. No, you had just started working there. Mm-hmm. We went to Coffee Fest in Indianapolis, and there was this place that was selling waffles, like a waffle setup. Mm-hmm. So, real, genuine Belgian like waffles or whatever. It's a dough. It's not a batter. Mm-hmm. They had these dough balls with the sugar all in it. You put it in the waffle press and press it and cook it.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
I remember you talking about.
These were outrageous.
I remember you talking
legit
about
wanted to look into getting one of these.
Remember
that?
Yeah, I remember you talking about it. Because it was so odd to me about it being like a dough ball.
Oh. And you don't need syrup. I mean, you just eat it right like that, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
But I wonder if that's like how these are made.
I bet you they are.
I
Yes.
don't like because that was very much yeah, I don't see them being able to make those that perfectly cuz like a Mickey waffle you can see where they poured the batter in, you know. That one was like a perfect like would look perfect every time. So, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Anyways,
know. That's it.
that's the connections one.
That's the
That comes in
connections.
at number
Uh
4.
4. No,
4 out
it's
of 5.
5. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. So, this next one, I personally would put the Disney Springs one here, but I don't know if you would.
Um. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like
I think I put it here because there's nothing special about this one.
no, because it's not at a park, and it's just kind of a walk up,
Yeah,
grab and go.
there's no special treat at the Disney Springs one. It is just a Starbucks.
Yep.
And so I'm going to put that number 3.
Yeah, I would too.
Just like middle of the road. If you want Starbucks and you're in Disney Springs, this is where to get it.
I will say there was hardly a line ever.
Yes.
It was really nice. We got up to the counter really quick.
Yeah.
They're quick with making them and
Yeah.
getting them to you.
Which is very surprising for the other one being closed. Like this is the only
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking
You
the same
know.
thing. Like you'd feel like this one would be swamped compared to usual, but no, it seemed less swamped.
Yeah, there was like hardly anybody in line ever. The only time that I had to wait in the line is I waited in line at this one because I really needed water. And I just wanted an ice water and I waited in line for a little while for ice water, but I couldn't get any ice water unless I bought anything. But she pointed me at, like where to go to get ice water. So
Yeah.
I was like, thank you. But that was the only time I waited in the line when I actually wasn't going to get a coffee.
Right. And then you didn't even get anything.
No, but this one, nothing special about it. Just a regular Starbucks, but it is connected to World of Disney. And like if you're staying at a resort like ours that we did last time, or like that has the boat that goes right over to Disney Springs, it's a really easy access to coffee that is like more of a like reliable coffee instead of just like the Joffrey's Pump Pot that's like in your resort, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it was only a 15-minute boat ride and then a 5-minute walk from the boat. So it's
Yeah, it wasn't
pretty
bad.
close.
It wasn't
Like
bad at all.
so we had stopped there a few times coming back from something or going to something just to get coffee.
Yep.
So we did frequently go to this one.
Yeah. No, we went there pretty much every off day we had.
Yeah.
We were in Springs every off day, and we got a coffee at Springs. So
We only didn't one time because we went to Gideon's.
oh yes,
We
the
got
first day.
Gideon's the first day instead of
Side
that
note:
one.
if you're not getting Starbucks at Springs,
Get Gideon's.
Gideon's is the place to go.
Yeah.
It's a little more expensive and the line's longer, but like it's worth. You got to get it at least once.
Yeah.
The peanut butter cold brew, which we talked about before.
Yeah. They have other ones too.
Yeah.
One thing we did talk about trying was the French toast cold brew. But we didn't try it because we love the peanut butter one so much.
I will get it this next time.
Yeah.
I will get the French toast one.
The French toast one does like there's no way that it's bad. With the peanut butter one being so good, I think if you at all like maple syrup, you're probably going to like the French toast one.
Yep.
And I love maple syrup in my coffee. That's one of my favorite things.
And that's what's in there?
Well, I'm just assuming because French toast, like what's the flavor outside of maple syrup?
There'll be cinnamon. There'll be cinnamon in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it would be cinnamon and syrup, right?
I don't know.
With a French toast, what would be the other taste?
Do they have it on that menu?
What do you mean
That
on what
menu we have? Did we?
Well, it just says French toast.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you like what's in it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It says there's French
probably look it up.
toast. I feel like there was a pumpkin chai one, but I could be wrong. A pumpkin one, unless I'm just thinking about a different time of the year.
Probably.
Or they actually might have had that because it was halfway to Halloween when we went there. So I actually might have read pumpkin and
you're
I'm thinking
right.
that it could
It
have.
was. Yeah, they do halfway to Halloween.
Yeah. In May.
Yeah,
May.
that's cool.
And so they do halfway to Halloween at Gideon specifically and like
And that's
a few
their
places.
busiest time of year, I would assume.
Halloween.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would assume so because it's so on theme.
Hmm.
But back to Starbucks.
Yes.
We got 2 more left.
We got 2 more left.
Yeah. The last 2, it's hard for me to choose which one because of personal, but I think we're going to come in at the same one for number 2, and that's Main Street.
Yes.
Right.
Which we actually did not get a coffee at this year.
No, but we did go in
We
there,
went in there
and assessed it.
And we've been in there multiple times
Yes.
in the past.
We didn't get coffee here because we actually went to Magic Kingdom only at nighttime.
Yep.
This year, which, side note,
Yeah.
I really liked that.
We were there 3 times.
3 times at night.
Yep.
And I really liked that.
And we just don't drink coffee at night.
No. But Magic Kingdom at night,
Yes.
I didn't think I could like it more than the morning. I think I do. It's like, because everybody is lining up for fireworks.
Mhm.
Like, less people are doing all the other things. Like, especially if it's later at night, there's a lot less people, like, roaming around besides on Main Street. But I really liked it.
I did too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you already like Magic Kingdom more at night, but like getting there at night versus spending the whole day there and then going, like, and then being there at night is 2 different things because you can like appreciate it more
Mm-hmm.
when you're just there at night.
Yeah.
But talk about this one. I actually don't know what the special treat is here. I'm not thinking of what it is on the.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
can't remember.
It's not the.
I don't think it's like the cinnamon roll because I think the cinnamon roll is Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
But that I know they have treats there. They have like special treats there. They actually might not have a special treat because it's right next to the confectionery. Like
Yeah.
the confectionery is right down the
Right.
road, but I'll look it up later and see if I can remember
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember if there is one or not.
I can't either, but this one is the same 2 layout,
Yep.
and this one is bigger than Hollywood Studios.
So it's a similar layout to Hollywood.
It's a very similar to Hollywood because it's like just in a like plain building, but the
Yeah.
building itself is bigger than Hollywood,
Yeah.
and the lines are better. Like if I remember right, there's like an actual line divider.
Yeah. There is.
Like-
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called. Railing.
Yeah. Like it's not like the rope type. Like
It's
the rope.
not a rope.
It's an
no.
actual. Yeah.
It's an actual.
I don't remember. I mean, it's
I
just.
don't know, but it divides it better.
Yeah.
Which makes the waiting area more of a designated waiting area.
And it's bigger waiting area, which is
And
nice.
it's much bigger in there.
Yeah.
So it's still the 2. So if you order from one side, you're going to get your order on that side. And when we were in there, we could hear them call out the names very well.
Yeah.
So we didn't necessarily order, but we did hear them. So this one also, you're getting your coffee going out on Main Street.
Yeah. It's probably number 2 just because the sole purpose. It's a little more magical than the.
It
other ones.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely more magical.
Yeah.
I don't think you can debate it.
No.
It's in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So
That's the one thing I did miss about Magic Kingdom though was getting coffee in the mornings.
yes, because getting coffee in the morning and then seeing the castle, that one it does hit different than nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
If like the trip was, if there could have been a better way, maybe we did it both times, but that's not what we wanted to do this trip.
Nope.
That's okay.
Yeah. We switched it up a little bit.
We did. But this one, you are walking out into Main Street, like I said again, and this one is a vibe.
Yeah.
I think it's a vibe inside. It's very pretty in there. It's very Magic Kingdom in there. Like very old timey, magical.
It is.
Yeah. I think we've said it enough, but this is number 2.
Number 2. 2 of 5.
We're gonna talk about the best Starbucks on Disney property.
Yep. And I still, after, I know we talked about this before we went, and coming home, I still agree.
We went in there and I was like, we walked in and I said, this is the best Starbucks.
It is.
It is. There is no comparison. Creature Comforts in Animal Kingdom is the best Starbucks on Disney property.
Yep.
We went in there unbiased. We went in there just looking at how it is set up, how well you get your drinks, and what they have to offer. And this one wins.
It does.
This one's set up different from all of the other ones because all of them are set up only two, except for this one. This is an actual like circle.
Yeah.
And there's multiple different registers.
I think there's 4. I think there's 4.
Yeah. I think so. That sounds right.
Yep.
But it's set up as a circle, like a semicircle. So you're not just, it's not 4 in a row like this. Right. It is a semicircle, so you can kind of see and you can flow out of the building better, which helps
really
when
does.
It gets really busy in there.
Yep.
Like when you're waiting for, because a lot of people buy food and they buy drinks. So the food takes usually longer than the drinks do, especially if it's something that needs to be made.
Yep.
So like people are waiting at different times. So you need to have the flow out. And this one does.
It does. It flows nice.
Yeah.
Just a nice zen, you know?
Yeah. It's a vibe in there.
Yeah.
It's very Animal Kingdom themed.
Mm-hmm.
They have a colossal cinnamon roll that looks like a Mickey Mouse. It's like a big cinnamon roll and then 2 little cinnamon rolls connected. So it looks like Mickey. So everyone's happy about that. I don't know. I never had it before, but it looks cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually good or not. You didn't have it either. There's so many other things to eat at Animal Kingdom than something from Starbucks, but that's what they offer.
Yeah.
And it's just set up the best. I don't know why they're not all set up like this. I think the building itself is actually round.
Yeah,
I think that's the difference here.
Yep.
Like none of the other ones are like actual. Well, I feel like they could set up the one in Connections Eatery like this, but obviously they didn't.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's the only one that could be set up like this because everything else is just in a building.
Right. Yeah. And the coffee was good. Tasted good.
Yes. And then you get to go out into Animal Kingdom. And if you're like us, you're getting these to go with a pastry per se, a churro from Nomad Lounge that's freshly made and freshly delicious.
Yep. We got some of those.
And like there is a lot of different options outside of there to have like your pastry and coffee. And it's like the pastries themselves that you can get are not like your typical just like Mickey shaped things.
Mm-hmm.
Not that those aren't good because I love a Mickey shaped treat.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of other things, not just the churros. There's things that you could get like in Pandora. There's things in the Africa section, like different treats that you could get. There's like one thing that we seen when we walked by going this time. There was a bakery, Zuri Treats, I think it was called. And I've never seen that bakery before. Do you remember that? It was like kind of little and small. And it was like kind of like over where like Festival of the Lion King is at, that area. Do you remember seeing that or?
Not really. I'm not remembering this.
Okay.
What were they selling in it?
I don't know. It looked like just like bakery items. We didn't like walk in there or anything. We just walked by it.
Okay.
But I thought if you're coming from like the safari and you're going towards Starbucks, you could stop there and then at Starbucks and get like a treat and your coffee.
Yeah.
And it would probably be like super quick because this is the quickest Starbucks because it's set up the best.
It was the quickest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was busy when we went in there. There's a lot of people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like it.
No, they did a good job.
It was quick.
They moved you in and out.
Yeah. That's number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
So there you have it, everybody. So let's go through them. We have at number 5.
Hollywood Studios. Trolley Cart Cafe.
Trolley Car Cafe.
Yeah.
Just
not good.
Clunky.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of organization or flow. But you get your coffee.
Yep. Number 4. Epcot Connections Cafe. This one is
just too busy.
Too busy. Yeah, that's it. Everything else is A+.
Yeah,
honestly.
The line has just been outrageously long.
Yeah. What was number 3?
Springs.
Springs. Yeah. Springs. It's just typical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, Magic Kingdom. For the magic, not for the setup.
Yeah, more so magic. Setup's all right.
Setup's good.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not an A+. Number one, creature comforts.
Creature comforts.
Animal Kingdom. So those are our opinion, the ratings for the Starbucks. And this is based off of our past experiences and our most recent trip where we did make sure we went into all of them. And we did video all of them. So I'm sure we'll come out with some shorts about this too, just to, so you guys can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I wanted video record so I can remember that I got coffee at Connections Cafe finally for the first time.
For the first time? Yeah. Hopefully this is, knowledge, people. Like, hopefully this helps. I don't know if it would help someone decide if they want to get coffee or not, but I feel like it's kind of fun knowing which ones are...
Yeah. I mean, if you are, like my suggestion, if you're trying to decide like on time, like time-wise, if you have time, if you're in Animal Kingdom, I think you will always have time to get coffee there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, it is not in a bad location, as far as like where it's at in the park itself. Like it's centrally located in the park,
right? And
it's going to be quick. Like if you're going to one that's not going to be quick, like I mean, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, like that, they just like may not be always the quickest just because of how they're set up.
Right.
So if you want to know that, if you want to vibe,
yeah,
Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and if you are just at Disney Springs, there's lots of coffee options at Disney Springs.
Uh-huh.
And obviously we can't suggest our favorite one at Disney Springs because it's closed right now.
Right.
But once that opens.
And we did go in Joffrey's storefront for the first time.
Yeah.
Which was like...
There's nowhere to sit down in there.
No.
That was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did go in there.
Yes.
I was proud of us.
Yeah, we got some K-Cups.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Joffrey's is like Disney's coffee. They own them, so of course they're going to have...
a storefront, but I was surprised the storefront didn't have anywhere to sit down.
Yeah. You think it would?
I mean, we haven't been in there. I was just shocked. I thought that would be where you would sit down at.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was maybe a missed opportunity. I know there's not a ton of room in there, but you could at least put a couple of chairs in there.
Yeah, just take a chair. We do have a spot for you to sit over there.
Not like just one chair. A few chairs. Like a chair and table.
Yeah. Just one chair, though. One chair and table.
One single chair.
Yeah.
In the corner.
For the one person that wants to stay in Joffrey's.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
So everybody has to walk around. But that's it for today's topic and episode. A little bit shorter, but I think it's something that we love to do on our Disney vacations.
Mm-hmm.
And and
we find this information very important.
It's one of the most important informations for me because I want to know, especially in the morning. I'm a rope drop person, so and I want to rope drop a ride, so I want to know where I can get coffee either before that ride or right after that first or second ride. Like I want to know if I'm going to be able to get in quick or not get in quick.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to have to wait? There's a lot of factors that go into that for us in particular.
Yep.
But hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Starbucks in Disney. So we'll be back on Friday for another coffee talk, whatever coffee talk that may be.
Yep.
And we will be back next Monday with another episode.
We sure will. Listen to us anywhere you find podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And thank you for listening and watching.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.